this tutorial now is going to show you that once you've populated your classes of people in there, as you can see, there's 4 in expert stock, 4 in novice, and 5 in OpenTC. The next step is to actually generate the race. So you would come up here from the drivers tab and come over to schedule. Click on the schedule, and then it says create next round. So you want to come over here and hit create next round. It's the qualifying round, and this will be the same every time you create a new round. Round 2, round 3, it'll explain that, and I'll show you that. But right now, this is a qualifying round. Once you get to the last round, you can toggle and make it the main round. You see? So that's what you would do to set up the mains. Right now we're doing qualifying rounds, so we'll leave that alone. These are the classes that are selected for this mock racing session. We'll do the driver seatings in random order. We'll just leave it default. And as you can see, yeah, it says here, basically any transponder rentals, whatever. And keep the same car numbers as possible. It doesn't matter. No one uses car numbers. You come over here and you hit generate. When you hit generate, it then sets up the heats. And that's how the classes are set up. So it's expert 17.5 first, novice stock 17.5 second, open TC there too. Now let's just say, oh no, that guy's not supposed to be in there. He's supposed to be over here. So if I come over here and drag him, click and drag, it's going to ask me, are you sure? If I did it by mistake, I go, oh no, I don't want, and it should keep him where he's at. You see what I mean?
Yep.
You can also change the reorder. See all these things right here on this column? Reorder the races. So let's say, oh man, we don't want OpenTC to be last. We want it to be first. You click on the arrow here, and it moves it up or down. You see what I mean? You can move it up. Now it's the first race.
Big Dave.
Okay? Yep. But we'll make it the last race. Even though it calls it race 3, that's the race order from top to bottom of what you're going to have your classes are. And once you do that, you have to, once you make a change, it's going to have to ask you to save it. So we're going to save it to what it was. And now it's back to normal. And then when that's done,
21.1.
And this is where you go, oh man, let's say we have 2 heats of the same class, and then go, oh, let's put all the fast guys in this round and seat it themselves, and all these fast guys in 17 in a different round. You can just move people around, and drop. It's going to ask you, okay? But these classes, the reason why it says this, watch, I'll show you. When it drops it and it says this is because we're actually taking a novice and putting it into an expert. But if it's 2 heats of sportsman, it'll just let you make it move from one to another. Okay? Also, as you can see here, delete Q1. So if you didn't like what you did, you can delete it. But don't do it once we run round 1. If you do it after you do a round and you delete round 1, it will kill everything that we had done through round 1. This is going to be something due to time to actually applying yourself. But to set up the system, just to get what you need, just to get people in there, this is how you generate the mock race. If you want just practice, once everybody's in there, you don't need to sign up anybody for the practice to work. You can literally just turn the computer on where it goes from this home screen like this, straight to practice, and just turn the practice toggle on. Okay? And that should do it. So now, if we're in the schedule and that's all good, we're happy with the way this looks, then we hit racing.
Up next, race number 1.
The racing tab.
Expert 17.5.
The computer's already programmed as I did.
1 of 1.
And it's got everybody in there. 4. And then what happens is I'll go ahead and just show you what it is. Come over here. If I hit start race, watch. Oh, race is still, the practice turns off. See? So it's really, the computer guides you. So we got to shut practice off real quick. So I'll shut the practice off. Oops, sorry, double clicked it. And I go back to the racing. And then all it is per the heat, you just get on the mic, you say Jared, Harry, Steven, and Bong. You guys are up. They're ready to go. They're all lined up. It could be any one of us walk over here, click the start race, or somebody who wants to announce can be right here. Just hit start. And you hear it. It's doing the countdown. That's just going to be enough, and then it's going to go to a high pitch, and that's the actual tone to go on. You should explain. That's the start of the race, and as they cross, that's how it goes. When you see these things pop up here on the bottom, it's telling you that there's many people that have this, or that someone has a transponder, they're not in this race. And it's either someone who changed their transponder in their car, find out who that is, and then you can drag it to the respective driver. We can do that on a race tutorial. But if it's a false start, oh man, they crash, hit false start. Say you want to false start the race, you say yes, and it's like you never did anything. Okay? That's the race.